I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I can do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I can be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I can do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I can be who I am. And if you want it can be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I
Right then, everybody, welcome back to HDL then for round six. No, it's not. It's round 7. Here in the Netherlands then for full qualifying, and then obviously the 50% race to follow on just after that. For the first session then of qualifying here today, we've got 18 drivers joining us, and then there will be 3 knocked out of this session. Then 5 will be knocked out, and then it will be the last 10 for the top 10 shootout for Q3. Here today, joining me in the commentary box then is Mr. Yala Boy. How you doing, mate?
We're doing very well here in Zandvoort today. I don't remember the last time there's been a race around. It's definitely a circuit that's under the weather, but I'm sure it can produce with some great racing and some great qualifying sessions. So let's jump right into it.
Absolutely. I do apologise for the slow start here today, but obviously with full qualifying, it isn't really too much of a big deal. But in the chat, Drew gonna get battered. If anyone wants a bit of context on that, we're going karting on Friday, and he already knows that he's gonna get battered. But you know, can't accept that one. We have 30 minutes of qualifying then on the clock, and the quickest driver out there at the moment is Mr. HDL Trappy. Super Skills in second, it is Biscuit third, Pikuto 4 at the moment, and Rothwell in 5th.
J-Med's about to finish his lap on the Inters. This is probably just to warm up, and he goes P6, of course, on the Inters, so blows himself put on a set of soft, so maybe mediums go even quicker. A lot of people opting for wet first.
Yeah, I've just seen, who's that? Northern in the McLaren, who's just gone round and he's waiting on the side of the track.
Yeah. In the bowl, that is.
Not commentators at this track for a while.
I did like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago. And we should also talk about Mr. J-Met joining ZRL and being your teammate.
Mate, the guy is a literal legend. We have the same music taste, exact same favorite band.
Crazy.
He literally asked if I was an old guy as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, J-Met's a sound guy, and we do want to say, the last 2 races that he's been in, he has won both of them. I've not been there. I don't know. You know, it's just my favourite driver wins 2 races in a row when I'm not there, of course. But
It's like when you're not in ZRL, I win.
exactly. And J-Met is out there and in P6 at the moment, 1 minute 15.4. Can he go out there and make it 3 then?
Super Skills just went up on Sector 2, mate. He is absolutely flying right now in the Alpine. He's got barely any battery left. It's going to be just enough. The air's open on the bank. I think it's something like 38 degrees that banking is. Across the line, he's run out of battery. He doesn't improve. However, I think he's safely through.
And he is probably safe through, yeah, but 1 minute 10.4, 3 tenths off fastest. But now Patrick then across the line, 1 minute 9.494.
Wow.
And quicker than everybody there to the top of the timing board. That is a lot quicker than Trappy's time of a 1 minute 10.1.
HDL ELS, that's Elliot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Elliot's on our app. He is about to fit. Never mind, he's not on our app. He's gonna start one, I think. Oh my god, it's
J-Met. Oh,
Solo, my god.
J-Met's in the chat. Yes, now are we?
Hello, J-Met. Oh my god, it's Solo. Has gone P6. That's a very respectable position there. However, a lot of drivers on Inters and wet, so we're gonna have to see once everything has.
Oh, well, of course, obviously, JC commentary in the Ferrari as well.
Oh wait, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. Oh, look at that. J-Met, come on, J-Met. I followed you on Twitch as well, J-Met, so. Who is on a lap?
Let's have a look. Biscuit. I think Biscuit is going over the first sector. And obviously down by 2 seconds. I don't think he is on a lap, actually. Solo down by 2.5.
Crispy. I love how in one Red Bull you got Risky Biscuit, in the other one you got Krispy Kreme. Very much on purpose, I believe that. Anyway, the Red Bull of Krispy Kreme is going downhill. I don't really know much about this circuit. Don't know anyone to name this if they exist. However, it has seen renovations in 2019, adding a lot of bankings and extra stuff. And short DRS zones, just like this one, where by the time you hit 8K, you're already stamping on the brakes. Pull the right to the left, bit of a chicane there, and opening it up as you head towards the final two corners. I mean, I've been on off his lap, but it's looked like a fairly clean lap, I will say.
Yeah. Who are we on about? We on about
Crispy.
Krispy Kreme, yeah, up towards the line. And across that line now, it's a 1 minute 11.0 and puts him in P8 in the Red Bull then, just on that lap around. In 8 minutes of qualifying for Q1 left in today's session.
Spiz is about to finish his lap, and he will put himself from P18 at rock bottom up to P2 there.
Yeah, P2, 1 minute 9.8.
I just realised we'll only have one driver knocked out, as your AI is not going to drive, and Rian is not going to drive, so Don Dedge is the only man who's going to be knocked out right now. Or the only proper who's actually racing or qualifying. Drift King's still on it. Interesting. Same with Rothwell, another guy who joined ZRL in the week.
Yeah.
Super Skills as well, I'm fairly sure he joined. And Bradley, but he's not here today.
He's not, but yeah, I did say 18 drivers. There's 17, obviously, because JC commentary is not actually driving, because I made a bit of a mistake earlier on, but 17 drivers is still a good number for tonight. And most people in the pit lane at the moment, aren't they all?
I think we'll see a mad dash out of the pit lane in the next couple of seconds here, as everyone gets the final times in. Just looking at the times right now, hold up. I mean, the knockoff point, I'm gonna say, is gonna be a 1:11.0. I want to say the top 5, 6 are safe. I would say the top 5 are safe. Super Skills just heads out on his lap, as Don Dedge is about to start his lap.
Don Dedge at the back.
He just started his lap, then he's got his teammate further up the road, and a Ferrari in the Alfa Romeo in the form of HDL Trappy then, as he enters what I like to call the boat, which I learned from Cater in another league. Now, up the hill he goes. It's all about straight lining the corners as much as possible, then you drop down immediately. It's a bit of an elevator. He goes purple in sector 1. Slightly wide. That curb is absolutely deadly on the left on the edge, maneuvering his Alpine absolutely brilliantly so far. And you're already about halfway through the lap with only 20 seconds left to go. His teammate ahead of him, maybe a bit of slipstream games here, slightly misses the first and second curve. That's going to affect his run out of the corner. His teammates are very, very close to him, as now the slipstream will kick in. DRS open for the pair of them. Where will this put Mr. Dondej? Across the line. P7. Oh dear. As I don't know if you guys hear me. Wait, do you guys hear me? You guys do hear me. Right. So Jack is having skill issues as his controller died. So Trappy is out on a lap. So his super skills, he just started his lap on Dedge, finishing his lap, going P7, as the rest all in the pit lane. As I don't know why these guys are going out for a lap time now, I'll be honest. These guys are just wasting tires now. We're not going to see any lap times, as J-Met's in P15 right now, but everyone behind him has crashed out already, in the form of Jack Knightley and Rhea, or Reanimo. We'll go with that. So I don't think we'll see any drivers out on track anymore. Yeah, you see HDL Watto has gotten the message between that. All of these guys just kind of wasting their slicks right now. Yeah, Jamie, it's he's having skill issues right now. His controller died. But you can listen to my brilliant voice instead. Are you back?
Hello? I think I'm back. My batteries are really playing up with a minute.
Alright, let me tell you the situation right now.
Okay.
So, top 15 are going through right now, right?
Yep.
And if you look at your bottom left of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, Jack Knightley and Rian are out of the session. And everyone out on track right now is wasting a set of slicks if they're new slicks. So we won't see any more. Well, no, we will see lap times, but they won't mean anything.
Ooh. Right.
That's what happened.
Yep. So with 2 minutes left of the Q1 session, Mr. J-Mate is down in P15, but on the outlap now, and hopefully can go round and do quicker. We do know that he went quicker in all the past races that I've not been there and won both of them. Can he make it 3 today? He needs to go quick in qualifying. He is just about in the top 15 at the moment, but well, no, he will stay in the top 15. Everyone's going to make it. I don't know what I'm on about.
Exactly. That's what I just said.
My bad.
Where are the standings in the Discord? I don't think I have access to the standings, you know?
What, the HDL ones on Discord?
Yeah.
Ooh, J-Map, really.
Yeah, I don't. So you're gonna have to go through standings on your phone or something.
Hang on a minute. I'll see if I can get them up. HDL. Right, we are... This one, standings are... Hang on.
As they're on, because everyone's chilling right now. This is a very much a Wednesday, Sunday chill drive.
I'll be honest, I've no idea where they are. Oh, I think they get sent announcements. Hang on. I've got constructors. I think
We'll do that then.
constructors for
As I do
last round, I believe. Williams are the leading constructor there with 142 points. 26 points behind them is the Aston Martin team, and behind that by 3 points is the Mercedes AMG team in third. Then in the standings, then comes Alfa Romeo 7 points behind that, and then 6 points behind is Alpine in fifth, Haas in sixth, AlphaTauri 7 in the standings. Then with Ferrari just 4 points behind, McLaren 8 points behind them, and Red Bull just 3 points behind and at the back in the standings then. But I do not have the driver standings, don't know where they are. But that's your constructors standings for the previous race, and that is the end of Q1 as well.
How long have you been commentating HDL?
You know what, speaking of that, I'll go on the YouTube now and let me just give me 2 seconds to count all the HDL races. There's not too many. So I've done obviously tonight, that's one. There's wait, let me go on that.
Did you post all of them on your?
Yeah, I've got all of them on there. One tonight, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's my 10th one tonight.
10. You've been here for 10 weeks, probably more.
I've been here more, but I think I've missed a few now and then. You know what I mean?
And you don't know where the standings are.
Nope.
Love to see it. We turn up every Wednesday, say lights out, and away we go. That's it.
Right then, finish results up next.
Or Q1, which didn't really mean anything. It was more like a practice session.
Yep. Right, everybody, finish results then. I'll do the top 10. You can do the other 5 if you want. That got through. It's Patrick who went quickest then in the first session. Spears in second, and Trappy to take third then on times in the Alfa Romeo car. It's Elliot then 4, Drift King in 5, and Dondedge in 6 to make it a all British 4, 5, and 6. It is Biscuit in 7, Super Skills 8, Northern in 9, and Watto to round off the top 10.
Yeah, Krispy Kreme in P11. Then you got, oh my god, it's Solo P12 in the Ferrari. Then you got Bakuto P13, Rothwell 14th, and Jamer just setting a time on Inters in P15. Then the people that did not make it through: Jack 90, JC Commentary, and Rian.
Now we have Q2, and we go straight into the same thing. I can't wait to get to Q3. That's when it really starts.
I might be here for the race start, you know. Alright, who's gonna be the first man out on track? I'm gonna go with, oh my god, it's Solo. If I get this right, then... Okay, I'm gonna say it's Aston Martin, actually. Hey, look at that. It is. Is it water? It's not water. J-Met's first out on track, Jack. Have your batteries died again? His batteries have died again. You've got to be kidding me. You love to see it. Oh my god, alright. Well, J-Met's the first man out on track, followed by the Haas of Spears. Then you got the Alpine of Super Skills. Then a Williams, Mercedes, another Williams, and another Mercedes. And then it's a small gap to the Ferrari of, oh my god, it's Solo. You guys are gonna get a radio edit of J-Met's lap here.
Hello.
There he is. Alright, J-Met's first out on track, mate.
Oh, J-Met, hopefully my batteries don't die while commentating on his lap. If they do, I've got some more on charge. It's my fault. I should have charged them up, but
mate, get cable.
To be fair, I would use a cable, but I've got the older
export. Anyway, J-Met is starting his lap now. The timer starts now, and it's full push for J-Met. I gotta get all of the detail up, mate. There we go. Alright, J-Met then starts his lap very nicely through the first couple of turners through the bowl, kept a brilliant minimal speed very high. Great acceleration, keeps his foot nice and smooth, and smooth turns, least resistant. Pep, of course, as he's the first man out on track. Definitely not any biasness going on here right now. Very smooth through there. Just dips his tires onto that curb like he's dipping nachos into some guacamole right there. And then it's the second DRS zones, only two DRS zones here on this track. One main one, and the main one's still pretty damn short. Now he will open it up towards the main big banking, opens the DRS now, and it is, as Jack would say, foot to the floor for JMet. What is the time to be? I think in Q1 we had a 192 from someone. JMet, one. Don't tell me his battery have died again. Oh my god, his controller is having a literal spasm. Jack, you alright? Hello, Bradley, how are you? I don't know what's going on with Jack. Yeah, Bradley, this is Yol from Zedro, by the way. HDL Elliott just goes quicker than Patrick and Spears as well. So J-Mac down to P4 now. I would say he's safe. Don Dedge is about to cross the line now. He is not set a lap time yet. And it's a 110.9, which puts him P9 at a crispy set at 11.4. Jack's controller's having a literal spasm. So this stream is brought to you by HelloFresh. Use the code POG. Use the code POGUKFresh3322 to get 60% off your first box and 20% off the next 2 months, plus free gifts, whatever that may be. On the Instagram, TikTok actually doesn't have a TikTok, I think. YouTube, JC, follow, subscribe, do all that stuff. Yeah. I don't really know what to do right now. So pretty much, Bakuto has crashed it out of or into the bowl, I believe. Something like that. Well, he's P10 right now, but he's probably gonna get knocked out, as he cannot set a further lap time. I just realized Bakuto said a 110.8. This is very confusing. Bakuto said a 110.8, but is behind Northern and Dondech, who said a 110.9. This is proper weird. Bradley, so what's going on? I'm guessing Jack put his controller down and the joystick moved to either the up or down position. Wow, I can't control his screen. He's streaming, I'm just here co-commentating, probably lead commentating right now. Here he is.
Here I am, and I've got a wire. We're all good. Right.
Ah, lovely.
I couldn't farm one out earlier, that's why I kept using batteries that were dying, but we're all
Okay,
sorted
if you look at the timing board, mate, you'll see Bakuto set a 110.8, and ahead of him, Northern and Dondej set a 110.9, but they're higher up in the standings. How does that work?
To be fair, mate, all I want to focus on right now is Mr. JMet95. I really would love to see him get another race win.
Well, his teammate's about to finish his lap, and he has gone purple in Sector 2, HDL Watto.
Here he comes then, up towards the line in the Aston Martin, and it is a 1 minute 10.632 for the Aston Martin that lap around, and puts himself in P8, but it's not good enough to get anywhere near his teammate.
Yeah, and I think now everyone has set a lap. Yep, still, oh my god, it's still no with a Inter's lap. Question, what would you say is the cutoff point, Jack? I'm gonna say a 10-4 from super skills, I'm gonna say.
Um, we're going to lose 5 drivers, aren't we, in this one?
Good math,
And
yes.
not too sure, to be fair. I don't know where it's going to end up. Getting knocked out, though, to be fair, as it stands, probably going to be Solo, if Solo doesn't pick up that pace, because 1 minute 16.0. I don't think that's
Well, I think that was an interslap.
I was going to say, I don't think that's an actual.
Also, Rothwell, he's not usually down here in P14. I sound Scottish, P14. P14, there we go. P14. But for one race, we should just put on accents.
Yeah.
Let me try a British accent.
Go on then.
So, here we go then. Rothwell on his lap. Rothwell in that Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team. I believe he is a fellow British driver drinking some tea right now and some crumpets. He gets round the left hand. How's that?
Absolutely brilliant. You do sound quite. You do sound quite British, to be fair.
People say I sound American.
To be fair, when you first started speaking, you sounded a bit like Garrison.
James just messaged me. You don't sound German. Oh, what? You want me to? Wait, I can't do an English German accent. I can't do it. Rothwell going P7. I can do an English Swedish accent if you want that.
Well, I'll hear whatever, mate. We've still got 6 minutes of this session.
Everyone, welcome to HDL round 7. Where tonight we have HDL Elliott leading the pack from Patrick. It's Q2 right now. All the drivers are making their way out to the pit lane for the final timed runs of the session. We believe the top 6 are safe, which is why they're all in the pit lane.
That's quite good, actually. Oh, right. Top 6 are in the pit lane. Like you say, Rothwell's out. Who is that? We also have Drift King in the pit lane. Krispy Kreme out there, but not on the lap at the moment. There's an Alpine finding himself just behind Don Dedge, who's up by 0.3 of a second. And if he's on a flying lap now, this could be a good slipstream from the backside. The Red Bull moves to the inside, and Don Dedge up by 0.6 of a second nearly then in the middle sector. Down towards the end of this lap then here in Zandvoort, it is Don Dedge with a 1 minute 10.962. Just a very small margin behind Northern then in P13. This one's going to get him way beyond that. Don Dedge across the line. It is to P9 then. 1 minute 10.1 improves by quite a lot there, and up to P9 with Drift King just up ahead.
Well, I can confirm Northern has screwed up his lap. If he has the fuel, he can go again. But oh my god, it's Solo is 5 seconds up on his time. That would put him. Well, it puts him P4 as he improves by 6.3 seconds. And Jack, I think he answered to what you meant, what you said. He needs to pick up the pace.
Oh yeah, he does pick up the pace, and he goes right up there.
Slightly.
So, he took that one personally.
Yep. Now is the interesting part. The time set by Don Dedge, 1:10.1 is the same time Rothwell set and the same time Drift King set. So everyone's not looking very safe at all right now. HDL Watto has just improved by half a second. That would put him P8 right now. So I don't think, unless you're in the top like 4 or 5, that you are safe at all. So we'll have to see how it evolves. We should do the usual shit where I take the driver behind and we compare sector times, yeah. So who's on the lap?
I'm looking at Nathan. Ooh, up by 0.5 then. Quickest in the middle sector for Mr. Watto.
Yeah, Watto just behind that, and Super Skills behind that as well. Ahead of that, I think there's that's oh my god, it's Soda who finished his lap.
Yeah, but it is
Watto
across the line here in qualifying, and 2P9, 1 minute 10.1. It's a half a second improvement. That is not bad at all, and just gets him in the top 10.
And I think Q3. Super Skills is out of the session with 2 minutes 50 left. Has just entered the garage, so
Dondedge improving in the first sector by a 10th and quickest in the first sector as well. This could be a decent lap for the Alpine if he can keep this going throughout the rest of it. 2 minutes of qualifying left.
Alpine of Dondedge, he put himself in P9 or something, but then back down to P11. Here we go, 1/10 improvement. I think that purple middle sector is fake. So ignore that. Pretend it's a green sector.
Yep, it's Dondedge. Finds himself coming round the final corner here in Zandvoort and up towards the start-finish straight. It's the Alpine in P11. Can he get into the top 10 even? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
1 minute 10 flat and into P8 there. That is not bad at all. And drops Rothwell down and everybody else behind him down a position.
Yeah, Watto's on the edge right now. The lap time he set, well, his fuel light is blinking. He's got no battery. He's not going to be improving. So all eyes are on the guys that are outside the best 5 right now. So that is Drift King, who is just coming out of the pit lane now. Krispy Kreme, who's on a lap. Super Skills, who's on a out lap. Bakuto, who has crashed out, so we won't be seeing any improvements from him. And Northern Jit, who just started his lap time. So let's see, who of these is the first? Krispy Kreme is, but he's 4 seconds down, so I think Krispy Kreme is out of it, unless he went for 2 out laps and is going to be starting his lap now. We can only hope so.
Yes, we can.
And Watto's off. Watto's off. He's got no more fuel, so he's not going to be improving.
He won't be, and yeah, Watto going slowly there. The McLaren, the Mercedes even flying past him. And that'll be the end of that for him. How long qualifying is left? Let the yellow flags go away, and we can see it's 38 seconds.
So if you go on, I think if you go on Krispy Kreme, and I'll be on Super Skills, and we compare lap times or sector times.
Krispy Kreme, a marginally quicker, about half a tenth quicker in the first sector. Then
Super Skills just coming into the second. He's 1.5 tenths up right
Krispy Kreme drifting through that corner, and that is the end of that lap for him there.
Oh, Super Skills must be smiling from one ear to the other right now.
Yeah, as he sees him there.
Can he finish his lap? It's not over yet. He was 1.5 tenths up. He needs to find another 1.5 tenths if he wants to get into the top 10. Northern is out of it, so it's between Drift King. Where's Drift King right now? He's almost 2 tenths up, Jack. So it's all to play for. Watto's not going to improve. Dondedge is not going to improve. Rothwell is safe. So anyone inside the top 8 is safe. Super Skills, 3 tenths up. Across the line, he goes P8.
Lovely. And
it's HDL Watto out.
Drift King, he was quickest in the middle sector, and we're at the end of qualifying now. The final few times to go across the line, and Drift King then up towards the start, finish straight in the Alfa Romeo. This is his chance now to get into. Oh, he's topped them! 1 minute 9.3, and to the top of the board then here today for Drift King.
He took the sandbags off
from the back to the front then for Drift King, and he has cemented himself at the top then for qualifying in Q3.
If you said you were expecting Drift King at 1, you're lying to yourself. I don't think anyone expected that. Wow.
Wow. And he gets himself to the top of the timing balls. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Q2 complete. And Drift King is the quickest man out here today.
Is it, can they still hear us, or?
What do you mean?
Oh, okay, no. I thought you had the screen or they.
Oh.
I didn't know if you do that between quality sessions as well. Anyway, it is time for the top 10 shootout. And of course, this is only Q2, but Drift King, out of nowhere, takes the fastest lap out of Elliott and Patrick in P3. Spears in P4, Jamie in P5 with a singular lap. Frisky Biscuit right behind that. Oh my god, it's so low. In P7, Trappy P8, Super Skills P9, and Rothwell just about getting through. And Jack, who's been
just about, and Dantes then in the in 11, and obviously getting dropped out of the top 10. Watto 12, Crispy 13, Bakuto 14, and in 15 is Northern Jit then for the McLaren, and that is your top 5 that have been knocked out of Q2. Next up is Q3, and that is when we're going to see who will take pole position here today. Drift King wasn't really on the cards for it, but now he definitely is.
Okay, well, this question was coming. It's just a matter of when. How many safeguards are we expecting, Jack?
I'll go with I'm gonna go with 3 today.
Ooh, that's okay. I'm gonna go with 2 then. On a lap 11 and 28.
Lovely. Right.
What about you?
I'm gonna go with lap
1.
2 and lap 2, lap 12, lap 22.
All right. Every 10 laps,
Yeah.
you're saying it. All right. Well, the battle of the gladiators. These aren't the soft boys anymore. These are the big boys.
They are.
The battle for pole position is underway. First man out is Drift King, who is going to be drifting this car. He must be loving life right now. And Jack, he's on mediums right now. The ball's on this man.
Drift King on the mediums with 11 minutes of qualifying, and this is the final session, so the top 10 shootout. Everybody has got the chance to take pole position here today in this top 10, and we have the man himself, J-Met. I will reiterate it, won the past 2 races. Can he go and win pit 3 today? He could take pole. I'm not sure if he'll take it or not, but we know that his race pace is somewhat better, so we will see what happens during the race. But obviously qualifying now, and we have a lot of the grid, 7 people on outlaps.
Should I put your stream to the ZRL channel?
Yeah, go on, innit?
Okay, do I have permission to at everyone?
Yes.
Whoops, I put the wrong at everyone. Jack is not paying me for this. I'm spelling half of the things wrong. I wrote Jack is not paying M for this. Let me fix that.
Right, Drift King through the first sector on the mediums and quickest in the first sector. And we'll see what kind of lap he can put on the board here today.
Who's the second man out? It's a Mercedes. Okay, so you keep me updated on Drift King's lap times or sector times, as I'll keep you updated on Mr. Rothwell or Rothwell.
Over the DRS detection point, and DRS now activated down towards the end of the second sector. It is a 49.172 for the second sector for Drift King.
It's a 48.9 for Rothwell.
What did I say, 49?
I think so, but he is on mediums as well, so that would make sense. We're about to find out, though, across the... Oh, Rothwell's invalid. That is a weird-ass place to invalidate on the exit. Well, J-Met's the next man. Never mind. J-Met's about to start his lap, Jack.
Yeah, he's on an outlap going around to start his lap. Biscuit is now quickest in the middle sector.
Ooh. Oh my God,
heading around.
Is about to finish his lap. Biscuit's actually right behind him, so maybe a bit of a slipstream there. Look at that. They're pretty much right behind each other.
To the top,
Ooh, goes quick. Frisky goes
Biscuit.
even quick. I will say that 10.6 from Drift King, I think it's like a second off his Q1 time or something like that.
Spears then goes to P2, 189.7, and quicker than Solo and Drift King here in qualifying. But the man we want to see is J-Met, and across the first sector he goes. It is a 24.1 and quickest in sector 1 for J-Met. Patrick quicker than 189.
Oh my God, we're almost in the 108s. That's going to be near impossible to beat.
What can J-Met do about that one then? As he heads over
I don't think he's got a lot to answer, if I'm completely honest, mate.
DRS detection zone, DRS now, back wing wide open and heading down towards the end of the second sector. Let's see what he can do. Quickest, 48.1. in the middle sector. Is that true to life? I'm not too sure, but I hope it is, because he's heading now towards the end of the lap. And this is J-Met's chance to try and cement himself up there in the top of the timing boards. The green Aston Martin then round the final corner and up towards the line. It's J-Met 95 on his first lap of Q3, and it's only, it's P2, 1.9.2. He's 2/10 off Patrick's time.
Everyone has taken the sandbags off.
Oh,
wow. I mean, these are lap times people could only dream of. Trappy then goes P3.
Yeah, Trappy P3. It is Rothwell on an out lap, and he will be starting a lap later on. We've got 7 minutes of qualifying left, and that is some nice qualifying times that we're getting seen put up there.
Indeed, as now, well, we got Elliot and Rothwell. Elliot, you should never doubt him. He is one of the quickest drivers here in HDL from what I've seen. And you know, Rothwell, he's up there when he does not unbelt it. He's about to start his lap again. Oh no, Jack, is your battery gone?
No, I'm here. Rothwell is going around the final corner, and he will be starting the lap now, like you just mentioned. So it's Rothwell on a lap. J-Met's probably going to go around in the pit lane now. Yes, he does. Trappy will be going in the pit lane as well, I believe.
Yeah, so it will be Rothwell and Elliot who are on laps. Elliot is going to start his lap in like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, and like you said earlier,
Rothwell right now.
Elliot is quick. He is actually a very quick driver around here, and you know what? I'm excited to see what kind of lap he can punch in here today, because he is a very fast driver. So we'll see what he can do as he heads across the line pretty soon to start his lap. But ahead of that is Rothwell, and through the first sector, I'm not sure what first sector time it was. I missed it, but over the DRS detection point, and as he heads down towards the end of the second sector, we will check his second sector time for Rothwell 74. It is a quickest.
Apparently, it's not quickest as Jamie said. Not Jamie. I'm in a different league. J-Met.
48-1 earlier.
40. Yeah. I'm in a completely different league right now. Not Jamie. J-Met. Rothwell then. Oh, the Bad King opens it up. Yellow flags in the middle sector. Across the line then, it is 193.
Not too bad.
So Rothwell set a 48. 7, 8, 48, 3.
Yep.
Elliot set a 48.5.
We now watch HDL Elliot then in the Williams up towards the end of this lap. I don't think it was a bad middle sector for him as he heads around the final couple corners then, and towards the start-finish straight to the line then here today. It's Elliot. No time on the board yet. Can it be quicker? It's P7. 1.9.8. Thought they were going to go a bit quicker than that, but...
Me too, if I'm on. I mean, 109.8 is probably much better than we will ever do.
Yeah, yeah. Drift
But
King.
it's like seeing Max Verstappen down in P19. It's like, that does not belong there.
Drift King, 1.9.8 then, and just goes about quicker than Elliot on that lap around. Super Skills now starting the lap as well. Solo in the pit lanes. We've got Super Skills out. Rothwell going to be going in the pit lane soon. Drift King and Elliot in the pit lane soon. It'll only be Super Skills on a lap.
Drift King has just started his lap, however, he is 2/10 down. And out of fuel, so he's not going to be improving.
Super Skills over the first sector. It is a 24.3.
That is, we don't have any reference to the first sector, mate.
No.
Is it going to be Super Skills only lap? Probably Super Skills. What I would do is pit on this lap. Because then you'd have the one lap of practice. And you would, yeah, he's backed off. Anyway, J-Met's on an out lap. He's going to be the first man to start his final lap.
There's only about a tenth and a bit then between these two. Between Patrick and J-Met. What can J-Met do? With 3 minutes of qualifying left, a lot of drivers going to start to make their way out pretty soon. But J-Met will be the first one over Patrick to put a lap on the board, and we'll see what he can do here today as he heads up towards the end of the third sector. And to start his lap, he said 1:09.225. 1:09.096 is his time to beat. He wants to try and get that pole position to really maximise his chances of winning today's race and make it 3 here in HDL. But he heads across the line and now starts his flying. Yeah, it is his flying lap actually. His flying lap for this for the end of this qualifying session. This one's very, very important.
Indeed, then Jamie, his final lap, well, it depends on few levels, but what we know of his final lap for this qualifying session so far, and what a qualifying session it has been so far. That 109.2 was not expected as before this. He only said 109.8. He is down, Jack. It's all the time to find there's a Mercedes in front of him who probably put him off there. If he's got the fuel, I would imagine he would back off. Did he back off?
Still going, I think.
I think he's waiting for Sector 2 to see where the end of Sector 2 to see where he is.
Let's see what it is.
Ooh, he's
up by 10.
Ooh, it's
that's
all
he
to play
needs
for now, Jack.
He's quickest in the first sector as well, it said. That's all he needs then for this provisional pole here today. It is
he's
just
a bit more.
Just within grasp for J-Met. Come on, J-Met then.
Come on.
Across the line then here in qualifying. Provisional pole is a 1:09.078. Marginally quicker than Patrick, but he's on provisional pole here in the Netherlands. Lovely stuff then for qualifying. But what can Patrick do to try and deny that then on the outlap now?
Patrick was the Mercedes that didn't really get out the way.
But he does go around to start his lap now, and J-Met, he doesn't have enough time to go in the pit lane and come back out again, so I'm guessing he's going to go around and try and recharge and then maybe try again. Or is that it for him? I'm not too sure.
Depends on fuel, but I gotta go now.
Alright.
I'm gonna miss it.
Oh no. I'll have to if you're not watching it when you go on, I'll have to let you know who won.
Yeah. How's Patrick doing on this lap?
J-Met into the pit lane. That is any qualifying for J-Met. He's on provisional pole. And here today, Patrick might just be able to go ahead and deny that then. He heads up towards the line here in qualifying. The time is ticking up then. Who will take provisional pole? It is Patrick to retake it then with a 1:08.950. Just marginally quicker than J-Met. J-Met is defenseless here today. And Patrick, for now, takes provisional pole from everybody else and from J-Met in particular here today. Super Skills marginally misses that there, and up ahead goes Trappy then to P3, I believe. On that time, who was it who just gone up there? Someone's gone up. Drift King P3, Trappy P4, then Spears P5, Rothwell in 6th, Biscuit 7, Elliott 8. It is Solo 9 at the moment, and Super Skills in 10. I don't think anyone's improving. Is that Super Skills improving? It might be. Improving by 4 seconds there, but that is not enough. J-Met in the chat, not happy. You can try and bring it back in the race, mate. Hopefully. Do your very best. I'll be cheering you on secretly, even though I'm not supposed to. Not supposed to be biased, but I am. Rothwell is heading up towards the line, and it will not be an improvement. It's P6 then for Rothwell, and the qualifying. J-Met just misses out on provisional pole. It's Patrick to take pole position here for the Grand Prix today. Finishing results then, everybody, for the qualifying here today. It is Patrick to take provisional pole position even, in the Mercedes from J-Met in 2nd, who got it snatched away from him at the very end. And then Drift King to take P3. And joining him in the 2nd row is Trappy P4. Spears on the 3rd row. P5 with Rothwell joining him in P6. Biscuit 7, Elliott in 8th. And then Solo and Super Skills to round off the top 10. And to start on the 5th row here today in the chat, UKP evening. Oh, thanks for streaming bloody quick times. Yes, mate. Very quick times around here in HDL, and thank you for being here. But everybody, next up is the Grand Prix. We'll see you there.
I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head. Maybe the things I could do, yeah, you will learn something new. If only I could be who I am. And if you want it could be so easy, just let me be who I am. I got good loving for you, and I got nothing to prove. Give me permission to lose my head.
I blame you for all the hurt and all the pain, all the sunshine and the rain. This feeling that I know you're giving me, no lies, you're loving me, hugging me, touching me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Step by step when you're moving in, when you come to the club and you're tuning in. Hold tight to your man 'cause I'm moving in. 4x4 with you cruising in. Boy, you got me feeling good. Won't you come on, baby? Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. Step by step when you're moving in, when you come to the club and you're tuning in. Hold tight to your man 'cause I'm moving in. 4x4 with you cruising in. Boy, you got me feeling good. Won't you come on, baby? Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. I blame you for all the hurt and all the pain, all the sunshine and the rain. This feeling that I know you're giving me, no lies, you're loving me, hugging me, touching me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Da, 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 da. You're giving me, you're giving me. Step by step when you're moving in, when you come to the club and you're tuning in. Hold tight to your man 'cause I'm moving in. 4x4 with you cruising in. Boy, you got me feeling good. Won't you come on, baby? Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. You know I want you, baby. Boy, you got me feeling good. You know I want you, baby.
Baby, it's in the club. Baby, it's in the club. Baby, it's in the club. You be acting real nice. If you see us on the floor, you'll be watching all night. We ain't here to hurt nobody. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Wanna see you work your body. So give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
When the boys in the party, everybody put up their hands. I get a half a mil for my beat, you get a couple grand. Never gon' see the day that I ain't got the upper hand. I'm respected from California, I ain't way down to Japan. I'm a real producer and you just a piano man. Your songs don't top the charts, I heard them, I'm not a fan. Niggas talking greasy, I'm the one that gave them their chance. Somebody need to tell them that they can't do it like I can.
on my own. I had to delete all your pictures on my phone, but I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off and I don't know ya, 'cause it's over. Never thought that I still have you on my mind, so you got me thinking about you all the time. Yeah, I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know ya, 'cause it's over, over. Never thought that I would be on my own. I had to delete all your pictures on my phone, but I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know ya, 'cause it's over. Never thought that I still have you on my mind, so you got me thinking about you all the time. Yeah, I really want you closer. Said I had to cut you off like I don't know ya.
New me, who she? Got the baseline kicking like we Bruce Lee. Plus a new thing chatting about she wanna do me, but I had to swerve that 'cause I just wanna do me. I gotta level up.
Right, everybody, out here then for the Grand Prix. We did have just a few issues, I think, with random people on the grid, but hopefully that's been sorted out now, and the Grand Prix should be up just next. Here for the Dutch Grand Prix, we've had full qualifying, and now out here for the full and main Grand Prix here today. Just whenever it gets started. Well, everybody, is it formation lap? Yes, it is. And we have the formation lap then for the Dutch Grand Prix for HDL, 36 laps ahead of us. For some reason my car is still in. And driving in the Ferrari, but you know, it is what it is. And hopefully today is a good race indeed. The chance for JMet to make it a triple race win then, with 3 different races all in a row. I've missed 2 of them. Could I be there for the next one? Hopefully, we'll have to see. Jack Knight in the chat got a bit of supporter in the chat as he gets disqualified as soon as I mention him. Lovely. "36 laps ahead of us then, and it is Patrick who took pole from JMet at the end of qualifying. Wow, wasn't that a good qualifying session towards the end? But we'll have to just see. We'll have to just see what is going to happen at the end of this race. Jack 90 with another supporter in the chat. Nice to see that he's got a few friends in here today. I'd also just like to point out I've been feeling a bit under the weather, so if it's not to the standards that the commentary normally is, I do apologise, but I'll do my very best to make it as good as I can. If I stop talking for a bit, it's probably because I've muted to sneeze or cough. So, you know, that's that. But 36 laps await us then here in the Netherlands as the drivers you see start lining up on today's grid slots, and at the back will be an Alpha Tauri to line up at the back of the grid here today. 2 Alpha Tauris actually, in P20 and P19, and everybody lines up on the grid then here for the Grand Prix, everybody, and leading them away here today will be the man himself, Patrick 78. The lights now lead up to 5 then here in the Netherlands. It's lights out and away we go then. Patrick off the line, not a bad start at all. Then can J-Met try and do anything about that one into turn 1, trying down the inside. J-Met already trying to be punished then by Drift King going around the outside of him, pushing him off the track there, but J-Met managed to stay ahead through the first few turns and stays up to P2. Patrick got the start mastered then and already still leading the race behind as well. Biscuit having a battle with Elliott and coming out on the backside of that one. He's also got the Ferrari behind trying to battle on, but it's these two up ahead as well, Spears and Trappy. As off the track goes Spears in today's race. Trappy is out of the session. Will that be a safety car on lap 1 out of 36? No, it will not, and we carry on then in the race as Trappy retires, and Patrick still leading them. Rothwell and Spears having a battle behind. Spears and Rothwell now. You see Rothwell go right off into the gravel traps, and he's going to lose a lot of position because of that one. Everybody flying past him now, and he comes and rejoins the track in P20. My AI hitting him from the backside, and it is Northern Jit as well. On the backside, a Red Bull gone round. It is Krispy Kreme down to P18 then in today's race. Patrick still leading by a second now. Lovely, lovely start. He's Adam Watto now trying to fight the backside of Elliott. J-Met still holding on to P1 even. Can he try and gain onto Patrick? We know J-Met's pace in the race is not always so bad. He's gaining down the straight. Patrick goes quickest out of everybody. Can J-Met try and gain up towards the backside of him? Drift King is right on the backside of J-Met, which is not going to be too good for J-Met at the moment. But Spears and Elliott having a battle. Spears going around the outside of the Williams. Oh, Biddiff on the exit there. Now Watto trying to get a piece on it. Watto goes onto the grass through there, and he has to drop back just a little bit. Snipes out of the session in the pit lane, everybody. That is 2 drivers already out of today's Grand Prix. Down at the back, Northern Jit into the wall. Even. Oh, and that's his tyre gone as well. That might be a safety car. And that is a VSC then in today's race. No full safety car out at the moment. VSC gets deployed in this Grand Prix. And everybody reduces their speeds then at the moment. So VSC deployed, and we wait for the drivers to get going again in today's race. But it's Patrick still leading by 1.3 seconds, then J-Met behind with Drift King just behind that. And this is not looking good for J-Met with Drift King just behind him. It's all about the start off of this virtual safety car restart. And we'll just see how everybody takes it then here today. Now we race again. We see Drift King. He takes it brilliantly. Already right on the backside of J-Met. He's got Patrick still leading, but he is right out of the fight because J-Met and Drift King are now having a lovely scrap on the 3rd lap out of 36 here in the Netherlands. And these guys are going to keep battling through this whole race if they stay like this. This is lovely stuff. And can Drift King try and gain onto the backside of J-Met? This is not helping him at all. He's like a weight dragging him down because he needs to try and get up to Patrick. But Drift King is just that little bug on him that he can't get off, and we'll have to just see how that goes then. Down into turn 1. We're on the main straight now, and Drift King with a lovely exit out to the final corner. Now on the outside, down into turn 1, and he overtakes J-Met for now. Can J-Met try and fight back down the inside? He's not there, and J-Met gets overtaken to P3 in today's Grand Prix. Jet 90 gaining on my AI. Can he try and overtake the AI? That is the question. On the 4th lap out of 36. Jet 90's also got AM behind him as well, and he is not in the game today. Bakuto down to P15, Crispy down in 16, and Reanimal in 17. His teammate Northern Jet out of the session today after smashing his tyre off into the wall. Drift King, quickest out of everybody here today then. 1 minute 12.1 on lap times. The Drift King is right behind Patrick, and he is clearly fast enough to try and gain onto the backside of him. He has done what J-Met couldn't, but this is also not bad for J-Met, because if he can try and hang on to the backside of Drift King, maybe he can get pulled into the fight as well. And that means he has got a chance of taking this Grand Prix win in this race today. Lap 5 out of 36. And J-Met has got the Alfa Romeo in his front view. Gap is 3.5 tenths, now 4 tenths, 5 tenths. The gap is going up, now 6 tenths. He got a horrible exit out of there, but it might not even been there. It might be the slipstream that Drift King's got off Patrick as he's right behind him. And we head round now towards the end of this lap. And to start, the final lap, lap 6 even, the final corner to start the 6th lap out of 36 and bring us on to 30 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It is Patrick leading then still, but Drift King is putting the pressure on now, a 10th behind. J-Met is 6 tenths behind the action, now 5 tenths. Can he try and stay on the tail of these two guys battling up ahead? Drift King putting that pressure on from Patrick. And is it going to work then as the Red Bull of Crispy goes round towards the end of this of that lap? But Drift King is gaining on Patrick, and the gap's now a 10th of a second, a 10th and a half. It's very close racing between these two. The Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo pushing each other then through these corners. Drift King has got a good chance now of taking the lead of this Grand Prix. Now, can he try and capitalise on the situation and get the best out of it then for him? We have to just see as the exit out of this corner and down towards the end of the second sector. Drift King has got to try and pull something from his backside now then to actually get past him. We'll have to see what he can do as he heads around the final few corners and up towards the penultimate corner in this racetrack then. J-Met hasn't dropped below a second yet. He is still half a second behind. 6 tenths now as they head on to the main straight. He's got to try and stay in the slipstream of Drift King, but he's also pulling ahead, and Drift King goes for the outside line, and on lap 7 out of 36, battling for the race lead. Drift King wants this one, he's hungry for it then, but Patrick is not letting it go that easy. Patrick fighting back, but it is Drift King who takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and he's up to P1, but that is going to help J-Met, who is now 3 tenths behind Patrick. J-Met gaining on Patrick. Could we see a move from Mr. J-Met 95 then on lap 7 out of 36, or maybe down into the first corner going on to lap 8 out of 36? We could just see that then, as he is right on the backside of Patrick. He needs to try and stay on the backside if he wants to try and maximise any chance of getting an overtake done and dusted to take P2 in this Grand Prix. But now Patrick picks up the DRS, and so does J-Met as they head round now towards the chicane into the hairpin and up down now towards the penultimate corner onto the final corner. And it is a 4 tenth gap, 3 tenths gap now between him and Patrick. And J-Met has got the DRS to try and gain on Patrick. Patrick's got Drift King to try and pull him along, but it might not be enough then, as J-Met is gaining on Mr. Patrick, the Mercedes. And he has to stay back there as Patrick was nearly getting through past Drift King as well. This fight is far from over then in this Grand Prix on lap 8 out of 36, and this is the battle that we want to see in this race. J-Met is pushing as hard as he can, and the gap is now 4 tenths of a second behind him and Patrick, but the Aston Martin is not doing a bad job. So isn't Patrick actually, to try and get through past Drift King after being overtaken in this race. J-Met 2 tenths behind Patrick, and their lap is now 8 out of 36, and Patrick trying to get out the inside of Drift King. Lovely move then to retake the lead in the Grand Prix. Can J-Met try and capitalise on that one as well? J-Met is 3/10 behind the Alfa Romeo as they go around the final corner, then the final few corners here in Zandvoort. And J-Met now pushing as hard as he can. He saw that move. It gives him a bit of motivation then to try and get through. It's a bit of a blueprint of how to do the move, and he now knows what he's got to do, but he's got to try and gain on the backside of Drift King then in this in the next few laps if he wants to try and get an overtake done. The gap is now half a second, and this is not the order that he wants because J-Met drops back when it's Drift King in front of him. This is not what he wants at all. The gap is now 6 tenths. It was 7 tenths just then. Losing time. J-Met dropping back off the top two in this race, and Drift King is not letting this one go from Patrick. The battle still continues on in today's Grand Prix, and Drift King wants this overtake done and dusted pretty soon. Maybe we can see the overtake that Patrick just done into the hairpin here today. We'll have to see if that one can be replicated. If Drift King is close enough behind to make a move like that work. DRS activated. J-Met's DRS activated as well. He's way too far about to make a move into that corner, and maybe down into turn 1. Drift King could go ahead and make that move work. We go on to lap 10 pretty soon, and it will be 26 laps of the Grand Prix to go. Gaining. As Drift King on Patrick, it's still not enough to get past him, and J-Met is now 6 tenths, now 5 tenths behind Drift King in this Grand Prix. Somebody in the YouTube chat says, excellent commentator. I don't know who you are, mate, but thank you very, very much for that. It means a lot. And it's nice to see you in the YouTube chat here today. Good to see you all. And lap 10 out of 36, and Patrick the man still leading. This battle up ahead is not looking to end just yet, is it? There is battles going on behind, but I'm going to prioritise this one for now because it is looking to develop maybe pretty soon. Let's have a look behind really quickly. We do have the battle with, it is Solo Spears, Biscuit and Super Skills. Your battle for P5, and there's 4 of them going for that one. Lovely stuff at the moment. And behind that as well, there's a battle for P12. But Drift King overtakes then Patrick once again and gets the move done and dusted, taking the lead of the Grand Prix then from Patrick, and Patrick in P2 trying to fight back, but he is staying in P2, and that is Patrick dropping down a position, helping J-Met though, because we've seen J-Met can gain more with Patrick in second. Can he go ahead and do that? Now J-Met is gaining as much as he can. It's now 4 tenths the gap. J-Met does better with Patrick ahead of him instead of it being Drift King. We'll have to see how well it works out here today. He is gaining more than he was when Drift King was ahead of him. Let's see how it pans out for him in this Grand Prix and within the course of the next few laps here today. Down now onto the main straight. J-Met dropping back nearly a second now. He's dropped down a lot then around the final last few corners. It is Patrick gaining on Drift King. Is Patrick going to go for it again? Trying to the inside, it stays back there. And J-Met is now very, very far behind. There is a yellow flag. And it's a Red Bull gone round in the final corner. Ooh, Biscuit in P11. Biscuit disqualified from the session for going the wrong way. That is not too good, is it? Well, this battle still continues to go on, and it is Patrick and Drift King having a lovely little battle up ahead that we've seen for the last few laps, and it really is helping this race pass by because we do love a bit of a battle like this. And we will see where it gets them at the end of it. J-Met has managed to pull it back just a little bit, and he is now sitting comfortably still in P3, but with a 9/10 gap. He's actually dropped back since I've said that now. Which Lovely stuff, but we'll have to see what happens towards the end of it. Now, we see the battle still go on. It is Drift King that is leading from Mr. Patrick 78, and J-Met is now 7/10. Could he try and gain? Let me reiterate for anybody that hasn't been watching. J-Met has won the last 2 races in HDL that he's raced in. I was not there for them, which I am very upset about, but it would be nice to see another J-Met win. And I would love to see that as well, but can he go ahead and do that today? The gap is 7/10. He needs to try and gain on the drivers ahead if he wants any chance to win this Grand Prix here today. We'll have to see if he can go ahead and do that towards the end of this Grand Prix, but it is still lap 13 out of 36 and 3 laps to go, and then we are on 20 laps in this Grand Prix remaining. Heading down the main straight, J-Met is now 6/10 behind, and he is gaining. But up ahead, more importantly, it is Drift King still leading from Patrick. Patrick tried to make a move there, but Drift King cut him off once more, and he stays ahead and takes the lead of the Grand Prix still. But it is J-Met now 3/10. And moves like that don't work out for Patrick all help to help J-Met find himself more behind as they now head up towards the end of the first sector. Lap 14 out of 36, and we head round the final few corners now. It is Drift King, Patrick, J-Met is your top 3 order in this Grand Prix. We watch the battle still go on then. Down the straight we go, it's 8/10 as J-Met pits. This could be good then. 5-second time penalty, and that is not good. Lovely jinx from me, and J-Met goes into the pit lane to pit and put on the mediums again, so it will definitely be a 2-stop for Mr. J-Met in today's race. Following him behind is Spears, and then Watto also following in the tracks of J-Met, but that could be a good undercut then. That could work for him, hopefully, in today's race. But Patrick is still leading from Drift King now. I think Patrick got back through. Yes, he did. And the battle ahead still goes on. We're going to see a pit stop. Yes, we are. Patrick and Drift King. Drift King follows them in. And the top 2 in the pits. Now, as they pit, J-Met is going to come round and maybe get the overtake done and dusted. Has the undercut worked for Mr. J-Met? Then they're coming out of the pit lane. He will just miss them. But will he be behind them when they come out of the pit lane? They're going to come out now. Has J-Met just about done it? He is just about missed them then, and he comes out of the pit lane just behind them in this race. Oh my god, he's just behind them now. It is J-Met on Drift King and Patrick. Now, this is J-Met's time to try and get the overtake done and dusted with 20 laps to go. This is what he's been working for. He got the early pit stop to try and undercut them. It didn't work, but he did come out just behind them again, and even closer than the previous times. He's got Drift King ahead of him, which is more capable of overtaking. Can we see a J-Met overtake on Drift King then? Now down into turn 1. J-Met 4 tenths behind Drift King and Patrick. They overtake everybody in the pit lane. Super Skills still not pitted. And nobody got the overtake done into turn 1 just there. Watto, quickest out of everybody then in the Grand Prix. Lap 17 out of 36. There is 20, not 29, there is 19 laps to go in this race. So the battle that we've seen ahead is really fast track this today. Super Skills goes into the pit lane. Now Drift King Patrick even will go to P1. It'll be Drift King to take P2 and J-Met to take P3 so far. And the battle now can officially continue on up ahead where it started. Battle's also going on behind. It's Solo and Spears. Spears up ahead in P6. Solo down in P7, but he could try and get the overtake done and dusted as soon as he can then. Solo on Elliott now as we are on lap 18 out of 36. And there could be an overtake, never mind, lap 19 out of 36. Could be an overtake now as we go around the final few corners here in Zandvoort. And Solo has got the speed, but can he overtake him into turn 1? No, he cannot. As we watch, there'll be no overtake into the first corner there. Lap 20 out of 36. Now 16 laps to go in this Grand Prix. And it is Patrick the man leading then. Patrick is the man leading with just behind that Mr. Drift King. And it's been the same for the past like 15 laps. But it is what it is. We do love a good battle. And where is Mr. J-Met? Did he spin? He's down in P13. Never mind. J-Met pitted and put the hards on for the end of this race. Krispy Kreme with new tyres on as well. But now the gap between first and second is 1.8 seconds. And also, Mr. J-Met and his hopes and dreams of taking a win in this Grand Prix might just not be meant to be tonight. As he's down in P11 8.5 seconds between him and Don Dedge, who is on the soft, so he will be pitting within the next few laps. But J-Met might just not be able to take that win today. People might say I'm losing hope, but I might just be losing a bit of hope because of the situation just now. Jack 90 with a 5 second time penalty for speeding the pit lane is so... never mind, J-Met got rid of his penalty actually. I was going to say he had a penalty, but he doesn't anymore because he pitted. And he managed to get rid of that one quite nicely. I'll tell you something as well, this race has absolutely flew by because of the brilliant battles that we've been watching earlier on. But they're not really going on anymore because first and second is now 1.9 seconds the gap. So we can actually go back and watch some more battles. Is there anything else going on? There is these guys having a bit of a scrap, but he is not in the race, it's AM. Liverpool won 4-1, so now I can watch the end of the race. Fair play, I'm glad you're happy. And now we're on lap 22 out of 36. Bradley, hello mate, it's good to see you. And yeah, mate, honestly, you've missed a brilliant few laps of racing. We've had a lovely battle with Patrick, Drift King, and J-Met earlier on, which lasted for a good while. But J-Met then had to pit for the hards, and he is down in P8 now, and in hot pursuit of the guys up ahead of him when he can try and catch up, which is 6.5 seconds the gap ahead. DMB doing well, yeah, super skills, P5. 9/10 gap to Solo. At the minute, we could see an overtake. Maybe if you can try and gain a little bit more then in this Grand Prix. Bradley upset that Spears isn't doing well. He is down in P13, sadly, yeah. In the Haas, his teammate Jack 90 P9. He's had a few supporters in the chat today. And with 13 laps to go, this race has gone incredibly quick because of the lovely battle we've had for half of it. Gaining on Elliott is Solo, and we could see an overtake now. On the backside of the Williams, then pushing for a overtake here today. This is what we've been waiting for then. We've seen the battle earlier on between the top three. Now this is the battle that we're going to watch for a little while, hopefully. It is Solo and Elliott, and is Solo quick enough to overtake him? 3 tenths the gap between him and Elliott, and we go on to the final few corners and onto the main straight just after that. We could see an overtake down into turn 1 maybe. Solo gaining on Elliott then. I said a move into turn 1, and that is what we're going to get then. Solo down into the first corner, down the inside, trying to get through past Elliott, but he closes the door on him, and all because of that. Super Skills is on the backside and gaining as well. Now it's a battle for P3 with 3 drivers involved in this one. Around the outside, Solo sending that Ferrari to the outside line on the grass as well, fully committed to that move, but it wasn't enough to get the move done just there. Super Skills now with front row seats to this battle at the moment, and we'll see if he can try and get through. There's a McLaren that goes around at the back of Renamo, down at the back of the grid here today, but Patrick is still leading with Drift King, 1.9 seconds, now 2 seconds the gap between him and second place. And it's Super Skills, Solo and Elliott, the battle for third position here today. Solo gaining on Elliott into turn 1. Elliott is flashing as he tries around the outside once again. We've seen him do it earlier on, now he's trying again. Super Skills still just holding on the backside of this battle just here. But it is Super Skills, Solo and Elliott still continuing to battle. J-Mac getting through past his teammate there and taking P7. He is gaining on the drivers ahead of him. It was Rothwell who was close to Watto, I think, but that's not there anymore. Renamal with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's a good job J-Mac pitted again because 1, he needed to. 2, Renamal is out of the session now in the pit lane. But yeah, he needed to because obviously he needed to use 2 sets of tyres in one race, and also he's got rid of that 5-second time penalty, which did hold him up a bit more, but he is making his charge through the field, and right now, a safety car would be all that J-Mac wants. As we go onto the main straights, Super Skills is now the one behind Solo, who is being pulled away then with Elliott up ahead into turn 1, all swarming. This guy then in the middle is Elliott in the middle of this battle. It is Super Skills on the inside. Solo, who didn't really benefit out of that one, is on the backside. And now battling with Super Skills out into this corner here on the inside line. Solo, but Super Skills holds it out on the outside. And Super Skills really trying to hold on to this position here. The Ferrari on the inside. Super Skills with the inside line through here. Will he get ahead? Yes, he will for now, but the Ferrari's still not giving it up then. Holding on for dear life in the Ferrari, just up and ahead, still through, and does take P4 after that very intense and heated battle. Super Skills gaining on Solo, but Solo is more gaining on Elliott now as we go into turn 1, and this is the closest he's been there, trying to get through. I thought we might have seen the move there, but we didn't, and we go on to, we're on lap 27 even, out of 36, 9 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Wow, 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 9 to go. That has gone incredibly quick for the HDL race here tonight, but Solo is gaining on Elliott. We could see it all change up now, as Solo, we know, is good at hanging on to the positions. He grasps onto it and does not let go until he gets what he wants. And he's looking for the move on Elliott now. Could he try and make it? Drift King with a 5-second time, and it's even speeding in the pit lane. Now that is going to change it a bit. The gap is 21 seconds between him and Drift King. Elliott and Drift King even. So at the moment, he is safe, but if everybody catches up or if a safety car comes out, he is absolutely shafted in this race here today. Even a 3-second is bad, but 5-second not good at all. Elliott into the pit lane then. Solo carries on, taking P3 then from Super Skills, taking P4. Rothwell takes P5 then. J-Met will cross the line and take P7 past Elliott in the pit lane. Then Watto around the final corner will get past him as well probably. But the Haas of Jack 90 overtaking down the inside. That was incredibly quick and overspeed there from him. And lap 28 out of 36. Over the second set to line, Patrick goes, and he's got a 21-second gap to Drift King. Where has that even come from? But wow, wow, wow. Patrick, it is probably going to be his race today. If there's no safety car and he doesn't bottle it, Patrick's won this race today, definitely. And he's definitely, thoroughly deserves it today. If he can go ahead and do that, he really does. And we'll just see how it rounds off today. Lap 29 out of 36 now, and it is an 18-second gap between Patrick and Drift King. Super Skills in P3. He's also got Solo on the back side of him. Oh, running wide there is Solo in P4 now, and trying again on Super Skills, but we'll see if he can go ahead and do that then towards the end of this Grand Prix. There's only 6 laps of this race to go. It has gone incredibly quick, and it so should have done as well because of the battles we had at the start. For the start, we had the battle for P1 with 3 drivers. It was about 20 odd laps long, and it was lovely to watch, but Drift King goes quickest, and we see on the times as well, he is gaining on Patrick. Gap is 17 seconds. He right well is as well because he's on the soft compound tyres, but will they last till the end of the race? Have to just see then as we have the battle here. Super Cool on the outside, Solo trying to get through there, but P4 is only best for him at the moment. He can't get through to P3. VSC is out, everybody. I don't know where that's come from. It's probably a Krispy Kreme, never mind. Hitting the wall there and coming back onto the track with 6 laps to go. Going round to start the 31st now. 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix. And the VSC has been deployed. The gap between Patrick and Drift King is now 20 seconds. And Crispy retires. Will that be a safety car? It's not. It's a VSC still. Well, it says it's a VSC, but the safety car is out on track. Well, well, well. If that is true, and it is a safety car, which is actually out on track now, Mr. JMet95 might just be in the money if he wants to try and gain with 5 laps to go, because no penalties for him. He comes around the final corner now. Will he make a pit stop on the hards? He should well do. He does. And the softs will get put on. Don't speed, don't speed. He doesn't speed. He's learnt his lesson from last time. And he goes into the pit lane now, and it will be the softs. You can see them bringing them out for the Aston Martin garage. Softs go on to the Aston Martin there. And that will be the safety car out. It says VSC, but it is a full safety car, ladies and gentlemen. And the guy that is behind the safety car now is Patrick. And everybody will join back up to the grid then with a safety car at the very end of this Grand Prix. We have lost about, so we had 20 in here today. We've lost 6 drivers in this Grand Prix. And we have 14 remaining. And with now 3 laps to go, we will probably get going at the end of this lap. Given the regulations in this game and stuff, we'll have to see what will happen though. But J-Met has now joined up with the pack as the stream hits 100 minutes as well. Everybody gained up now to the back side of the safety car, everybody. Now, as we head round on the lap 34 out of 35, 36 even, we should get going at the end of this lap around just here. And then, with 14 drivers, it'll be time to go racing. And there we go, that's our cue. It'll be time to go racing for the final time in this race. Wow, wow, wow. How great of a race has it been today. But we'll just have to see how it rounds off in this weekend then in the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, lap 34 out of 36. As the drivers make their way around the final few corners, the safety car into the pit lane. Patrick to lead them away. The top 3 is Patrick, Drift King and Solo, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo and Ferrari. We get racing again when Patrick decides to go, and that is now. We head on to the line and on to the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix now, ladies and gentlemen. J-Met already making up their moves then down the inside and overtaking Rothwell to take P5. Next up on his list try and overtake is Super Skills, getting pushed from Rothwell behind. Not good stuff for J-Met at the moment, but he did get one overtake on the race start and now trying to overtake Super Skills with 7 tenths, now 8 tenths, up the road from him. Up the road as well. Drift King trying to get through past Patrick. Drift King was gaining on Patrick earlier on. This battle has been bound to carry on here today, and this is what we've been waiting for. The battle to resume towards the end and across the line here today. J-Met now 4 tenths behind Super Skills. Can he try and get the overtake done before the end? It would be nice to see him on the podium today. It's already deserved, but we'll have to see what he is capable of in today's Grand Prix. Elliot gaining on my AI. Can he try and get the overtake done on him? Going around the outside and getting the move done soon. Oh, he cuts him off. And Patrick with the quickest time in this race here today. Now we see Spears overtaking down the outside and trying to overtake both. And also Jack Nicey down the inside sends it. Elliot on the Ferrari car. Lovely overtake there. Everybody getting through past the AI. on that lap around, but it is J-Met then overtaking Rothwell again. He was trying to get past him, but Rothwell goes off the track there, and not too great at all. Jet 90 going round at the back of the Grand Prix, at the back of the pack then here today. J-Met has got super skills ahead of him, who is half a second up the road. But ladies and gentlemen, we are on the final lap, and it does look like J-Met's run of race wins is going to come to an end at the end of this Dutch Grand Prix. It's been a brilliant battle, a brilliant race, and to end the race off here today, then we end with the brilliant battle. Could Drift King catch Patrick towards the line? Imagine the scenes. He's going to push everything he's got now, everything deployed then up towards the line. Patrick is leading then. It is Drift King trying to gain, but across the line takes the win. Patrick then 78. Here in the Netherlands, it is Drift King to take P2. Solo to round off the podium positions here today. Super Skills P4. J-Met misses out on his race win to make it 3 and only gets P5 here today. Rothwell 6. Watto takes P7, then Spears takes P8. Elliott takes P9. Dondedge takes P10. My Eye takes 11. Bakuto 12. AM 13. And Jack 90 to round off the pack and take P14 here in the Netherlands. Great racing, well done, or great commentary. Yes, mate, it was a brilliant race, and thank you for the compliment. It means very much today for me, and today was very fun indeed. It really was for HDL. Very much enjoyed that. And anybody that does follow the Jack Crossley Comms socials, or just watches the streams, I have got a race tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock in the morning British time, so that's going to be fun. Set my alarms for that one, but it is the finishing results then for the Dutch Grand Prix for HDL round 7 in the Netherlands. Patrick narrowly takes the win at the very end then from Drift King, who got him stressing a bit there across the line. It is Solo to round off the... Ooh, bless me. Round off the podium then in today's race. Super Skills takes P4. It is J-Met who can't get the race win today and takes P5. Rothwell in 6. Watto 7. Spears 8. It is Elliott 9. And Dondedge to round off the top 10. So thank you everybody for joining me. I'll be back next week on Wednesday for HDL. And I'll be back tomorrow morning for my first race in the weekly Super League on the Thursday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, British time. So I don't blame you if you're not there to watch that if you're British. But that is it for me tonight. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all next week.